Have you ever wondered about the religious landscape of one of the smallest countries in Africa, Djibouti? This intriguing nation, smaller than the state of Massachusetts, has a rich tapestry of faith that weaves through its history, culture, and everyday life. Situated at the crossroads of Africa and the Middle East, Djibouti's location has always played a pivotal role in shaping its religious practices. Nestled between Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia, and with Yemen just a stone's throw away across the Red Sea, Djibouti has been a melting pot of cultures and faiths for centuries. The intermingling of African, Arab, and even European influences has given birth to a fascinating blend of traditions. Much like a well-brewed cup of spiced tea, Djibouti's religious practices have been steeped in this rich blend of influences over time, resulting in a unique flavor that is distinctly Djiboutian. In Djibouti, faith isn't just about belief, it's about identity. It's a thread that runs through every aspect of life, from social norms and traditions to the rhythm of daily routines. It's interwoven with the country's history, shaping its past and continuing to influence its future. But to truly understand this, we must first take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We need to explore the historical and cultural context in which Djibouti's religious landscape evolved. We have to understand the influences and interactions that shaped its religious practices. We must look at the impact of its strategic location, the influx of different cultures, and the historical events that have left their mark on Djibouti's faith. As we delve deeper into Djibouti's religious history, let's remember the importance of understanding the context in which these beliefs evolved. It's not just about facts and figures, it's about stories, experiences, and a rich tapestry of faith that continues to shape this intriguing nation. Religion in Djibouti has a long and complex history, rooted in the traditions of various nomadic tribes. Before the introduction of monotheistic religions, Djibouti was a cradle of diverse indigenous beliefs. These beliefs, deeply ingrained in the culture and lifestyle of the nomadic tribes, painted the earliest religious landscape of Djibouti. The indigenous tribes of Djibouti upheld an array of spiritual practices, many of which revolved around the worship of nature and ancestral spirits. The sky, the earth, and the elements of nature were revered and respected. Ancestors were believed to play a crucial role in the day-to-day life of the living, and rituals were performed to honor and appease them. This deep connection to nature and ancestors underpinned the spiritual life of the early Djiboutians, shaping their worldview and guiding their interactions with the world around them. The influence of these early beliefs still resonates in Djibouti's religious landscape. Even after the arrival of monotheistic religions, the indigenous beliefs didn't vanish into oblivion. Instead, they intermingled with the new faiths, resulting in a unique blend of traditions that still characterizes Djibouti's religious practices today. For instance, the traditional belief in the sacredness of certain natural sites has been integrated into monotheistic practices. Many Djiboutians still perform rituals at these sites, believing that their prayers will be heard more readily there. Similarly, the veneration of ancestors has found a place within the framework of monotheistic religions, with many Djiboutians believing that their ancestors continue to watch over them and intercede on their behalf. The early beliefs of Djibouti therefore continue to live on, not as relics of a bygone era, but as vibrant threads woven into the fabric of Djibouti's religious tapestry. They are a testament to Djibouti's rich spiritual heritage and its ability to synthesize diverse influences into a harmonious whole. The arrival of monotheistic religions marked a significant shift in Djibouti's religious narrative. The introduction of monotheistic religions in Djibouti brought about significant changes in the religious landscape. Let's begin with Judaism. Although it didn't gain a strong foothold in Djibouti, it holds a significant place in the region's history. The Jewish diaspora reached the Horn of Africa around the time of the destruction of the First Temple in Jerusalem, introducing the concept of monotheism to a region that was largely animistic. Next came Christianity, which arrived around the 4th century CE, predominantly through the efforts of Egyptian Coptic missionaries. The faith spread and flourished for centuries, leaving its mark on the region's culture and traditions. The influence of these Christian communities can still be seen today in the traditional crosses worn by Djibouti's Afar people. But the real game changer was Islam. This faith entered the region in the 7th century CE, brought by Arab traders and missionaries crossing the Red Sea. The simplicity of its monotheistic message, combined with the cultural and economic ties to the Arab world, made Islam a compelling choice for many in Djibouti. These monotheistic faiths did not entirely replace the indigenous beliefs and practices. Instead, they interwove with them, creating a unique blend of faiths that shaped how Djiboutians understood the world around them. Elements of the old animistic beliefs persisted, subtly influencing the local interpretation of these new monotheistic religions. Over time, Islam began to dominate, thanks in large part to Djibouti's strategic location along the Red Sea trade routes. This allowed for a continuous influx of Islamic scholars and traders, further solidifying Islam's position in the region. So, while Judaism introduced the concept of monotheism and Christianity left its marks on local culture, it was the arrival of Islam that truly reshaped Djibouti's religious landscape. The interplay of these faiths, along with the persistence of indigenous beliefs, created a rich tapestry of religious expression in Djibouti. But it was Islam that eventually became the dominant religion in Djibouti. Islam's arrival in Djibouti didn't just change the religious landscape, it shaped the very fabric of Djiboutian society. As the 7th century dawned, the Arabian Peninsula was undergoing a profound transformation. The teachings of a man named Muhammad were gaining traction, and the religion he founded, Islam, was poised to spread beyond the arid sands of his homeland. This new faith, built on the pillars of monotheism, found its way to the Horn of Africa. Djibouti, with its strategic location, became one of the gateways for Islam's entry into the continent. The spread of Islam in Djibouti wasn't just a spiritual journey, it was a tale intricately woven with the threads of commerce and social structures. With Djibouti sitting at the crossroads of major trade routes, the influx of Muslim traders brought not just goods but also their faith. The exchange of ideas and beliefs was as vital as the exchange of spices and textiles. As Islam rooted itself in Djibouti, it began to influence the social structures. The hierarchical tribal system that once reigned started to give way to a more egalitarian society, as preached by the Islamic principles. The religion offered a sense of unity and purpose that transcended tribal affiliations, and this resonated deeply with the Djiboutian people. Over time, Islam became more than just a faith, it was a way of life. The Djiboutian society started to revolve around the tenets of Islam, with its customs, laws, and practices shaping the day-to-day life of the people. The call to prayer echoed across the land, mosques adorned the cityscapes, and the holy month of Ramadan brought a sense of communal solidarity and spiritual reflection. Islam's impact on Djibouti was transformative, and its imprint is evident in every facet of Djiboutian life. From the architecture that graces the cities to the values that guide the people, Islam's influence is omnipresent. Today, Islam continues to be a significant part of Djibouti's identity. Today, Djibouti is a predominantly Muslim country, but its religious landscape remains diverse. The majority, around 94% of the population, follow Islam. They practice Sunni Islam to be precise, and it stands as the state religion. However, Djibouti is not a religious monolith. A small percentage, about 6% of Djibouti's population, adheres to other faiths, including Christianity. The Christian community, mostly of the Roman Catholic and Protestant denominations, offers a vibrant contrast to the dominant Islamic faith. A smaller, yet significant number of Djiboutians also practice Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. But the religious tapestry of Djibouti does not end there. The country still holds traces of its indigenous beliefs. Though they might not form a major part of the population, these practices, rooted in African tradition, continue to influence the cultural fabric of Djibouti. Some Djiboutians still believe in the power of ancestral spirits and practice rituals that date back centuries. Religion in Djibouti is not just a matter of personal faith, it plays a significant role in the social and political life of the nation. Islamic traditions and customs shape social norms, from marriage to business practices. The influence is also seen in the political sphere, where the constitution recognizes Islam as the state religion. Yet the country maintains a degree of religious freedom, allowing its diverse communities to practice their faiths openly and peacefully. But what does all this mean? It means that Djibouti, despite its predominant Islamic identity, is a country where different faiths coexist. It is a place where ancient traditions mingle with established religions, creating a unique cultural blend that is distinctly Djiboutian. So from indigenous beliefs to the dominance of Islam, Djibouti's religious landscape is a testament to the country's rich and varied history.